Okay, I'm gonna go over the basics of how to get the E Revo set up to drive. First I want to talk about lipo batteries a bit. The E Revo takes 2 batteries. I've got 2 cells. 4S is plenty of power for me. You can run 6S, so 2 3-cell batteries, 3S's. That's too much power for me, honestly. 4 cells just fine. But lipo batteries you want to be careful with. You want to charge them carefully. You don't want to charge them and leave them in your house. There is a slight chance, like if they're damaged, because they're in a car that you bash and it flips, they get damaged, they get worn. You don't want to charge those without being around. You want to keep supervising them or keep them out in the garage. There is a chance they can erupt into flames. I've got this one. I shouldn't even have this. The cells, I don't know what's going on in there, but that's something I need to go change in or dispose of. Traxxas will actually give you 50% off a replacement with that, so it still has some value. But we've got this easy peak charger. They're real simple. You don't have to sort things out. You don't have to plug in. You can charge these kind of batteries on there, but I like the ID system. So we plugged in the lipos. We got 3 options here. So it defaults to lipo and balance. Balance is the way you want to charge these batteries. So you've got 2 cells in there. It charges them balanced. Simple enough. If you do fast charge, it charges until one of the cells reaches peak charge. It's not preferred. And then there's storage. The manual says if you're not using the batteries within 7 days, put them into storage mode. Most people, they'll charge them the day of. If you're not using it that day, I just charged these over Christmas. I didn't end up using them, so I'm going to need to store them. So I hold the blue button. Well, that's on balance. And then just let it do its thing. Storage mode will drop it down to about 50% power. You can leave it like that for months, no problem. But at full power, if you store these, they start losing effectiveness or efficiency. It shortens their life. But I don't need to be charging these right now. Just going over the basics. Okay. So we've got our batteries all ready to go. Twist this thing, which way? That way. Flip it up and pull it back. I kind of have a hard time with this thing. I'm getting better. But that needs the hook under there. So you gotta pull it pretty far back. Hey, first try, got it in there. Just kind of wiggle this till it drops down. There it goes. Put that down and latch it. Hey, I'm getting better at that. It's kind of been a learning process. Yeah, these pins will drop into those holes. It's obvious when it drops in, but it's kind of a pain. All right, so we got our batteries. We got the little battery trays here on the side. Keeps these safe and secure. Got a little notch in the back so you're not pinching the cords. Boop. So put both of these in. Clip those closed and plug it in. So you want your transmitter on before you turn on the car itself, just in case it wants to take off. So we're ready to go. It's a bit noisy. It's got steel gears in there. They're noisy, that's normal. Fan's going well. So that's about all you need to do to get it going. That dang thing. There we go. That thing's ready to rip. And then, when you're done with it, you can turn this off with the button. I've heard that it's better to unplug them instead of using the button, but it's certainly better to unplug them because you don't want those lipos plugged in. Like if you, let's say you drive it, the batteries are dead, and you just turn it off and leave them plugged in, kind of let it sit for a few months, there's a chance these won't charge ever again. If lipos go too low on the charge, they're bad. So that's another thing to keep track of. So just always unplug it. Go ahead and put them in storage mode unless you're going to be using them the next day or something. There is another... a few more features this has. If you hold the button, there's some settings. Yep, it goes red. The first blink is full power. Second blink is full power with no reverse. Don't ask me why. Third blink is half power. So I just, once it blinks 3 times, I release it, and we're at half power right now. Oh, still plenty of power. So that's just a nice option to know that you have. But I have a little something called throttle control. Hey, maybe it doesn't even turn off with that button. It didn't, so that's good to know. So I'm just going to keep it at full power though. Hold it till it blinks once. There we go. Look, if full power is way too much for you, even on 4-cell, run it at half power. No shame in that. And that's how you get this E Revo started and going. Now I need to put these in storage mode. Yep. That's it. Have fun.